Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Money with Falling Forward Financial. Just an update here on Netflix. Somebody left something in the comments, said to cover Netflix. I've never covered Netflix. I've always thought about it. I love Netflix. I've been a member for probably 20 years, I'm guessing. But you can kind of see what it's doing here today. This is kind of a look over the last 5 years, currently at 511. Right about in here somewhere is about where I first started getting into investing. When I was at TD Ameritrade, I remember buying some Netflix for $220, and I don't think I still own it in my retirement, and I used to have some here in Robinhood, and I sold it off last year. Probably wasn't the smartest move right after the pandemic, so this is kind of one of my screw-up videos, so I'll show you what I sold it for, but here's kind of a look over the last 5 years. It's went up over 365%. Could have got it for $100 right about here in October of 2016, and you see the nice run-up. This one's been pretty volatile here for quite a while, so if you're looking to trade one, this would probably be a fun one to trade. You can see it kind of goes up, peaks, and comes back down, and keeps kind of stair-stepping up, and so it might be a fun one to trade, but I've never traded this one. I was just holding it, kind of sitting on it, and here's a look at the last month. This one's pretty volatile with subscriptions and things of that sort. Here you can see it was in the 540s, 550s, and then boom, just a big drop off of about $50. And it hasn't recovered yet. It's come up a little bit, but currently at 511.89. Ticker is NFLX. You can get this one on Robinhood. You should be able to get this on any major exchange. Feel free to pause and go over what this one is. I'm not going to go over it. I'm sure you all have Netflix or know exactly what it's about. If you're looking for a different platform, go ahead and check the links in the description. You can get yourself some free stock that way, whether it be Webull, Moomoo, Doe, or Firstrade. They're all good platforms. This Netflix has been around since 1997. I think I got it in about 2000 or 2001, which I would have bought some stock back then too, but didn't. $224 billion market cap, no dividend on this one, and not too bad a volume. And here's the ratings, pretty good ratings, 72%. And here's the earnings, so estimated 296 and actual of 375. And here's when I bought mine. Well, here's where I sold it, which was probably I don't know what I was thinking, and sold it. There must have been something else on the dip that I wanted to buy. I'm not for sure now, but too long ago. But you can see I tried selling the share, so it didn't move much from 2018 to 2020. Last year, I think, is when it had the most growth. Here you can see in August of 18 where I bought at 342, and then sold them. So it didn't make a whole lot on it, but don't know why I sold these, but should have kept them, but didn't. That's besides the point. But Netflix stock slide offers perfect buying opportunity, Analysts Say. And that's what I was thinking about when I first heard this one dropped $50, but I haven't bought any of it. So Netflix shares are skidding Wednesday after the company posted disappointing subscriber growth in March quarter. Just 4 million net new subscribers, short of the company's projection of 6 million. I still think that's a lot in regards to how many they signed up last year, and it's just a huge platform. They're constantly coming out with new content. Like I said, I've been a member for at least 20 years. I don't do the DVDs anymore. I don't even know if they still do that, but I'm sure they do. I just haven't looked at it, but couldn't beat it. when I was getting DVDs, I tried maxing it out 1 month just to see how many I could get. I think I would get one in the mail, say on a Monday. I'd watch it on a Monday and send it back on a Tuesday, and I think I'd have maybe another new one back on Wednesday. I got 16 DVDs in the mail 1 month, so I maxed it out just to see, but it's still pretty cheap service. So, but said the miss reflected a big CV19 pull forward of subscriber growth in 2020, as well as the lighter content slate of the first half. And speaking of, I'm still waiting on the last season, I believe the 4th season of Ozark to come out, so you can put your favorite Netflix show in the comments. That would be interesting to know. Ozark has been one of my favorites. I just started watching Narcos again. It's kind of a good one. For the March quarter, Netflix reported a revenue of $7.16 billion, up 24% from last year, earlier and slightly ahead of the company's projected $7.1 billion. Profits were $3.75 a share, ahead of the company's estimate of $2.97, largely reflecting a non-cash gain related to the company's euro-denominated debt. And so they've been expanding, spend just billions of dollars on new content. Feel free to pause and go over the rest there for yourself. But they constantly building, making new shows outside of last year, but I'm sure they're back at it now. Like I said, I'm waiting for Ozark. Should be a good one. Writes in the categorically rejects the idea that either a subscription video generally or Netflix specifically is approaching maturity. He notes that at a recent peak there were 800 million global paid TV households. If you assume a subscription video is in the way in-home video is packaged, in the future he says that Netflix remains an anchor service, and it seems reasonable to argue that these 800 million householders are highly likely to become Netflix subscribers in the future. So they're constantly crunching numbers, probably have a team of analysts, I don't know, I'm just guessing, crunching these numbers and seeing how many more people they can get, because once they get you, I don't see too many people losing or leaving the platform. So a more optimistic one would likely be around about the 2020 second half. Junger keeps an outperform rating, but trims his price target from 617, trims the target to 617 from 671. So down a couple dollars there. And here's another target as a hold from 560 or to 560 from 550. So this one's raising it $10. And feel free to pause and go over the rest. This one's showing overweight rating, a 650 target. So this one could hit 600 again. I mean, if they hit their numbers, hit the revenue. Disney gave them a good run last year, which is good. Keep the subscription price down. Competition's good. That's how I look at it. Wall Street worries over Netflix fatigue as subscriber losses mount. So kind of goes over some other shows. The Queen's Gambit I haven't watched. The Crown I haven't watched. Those are pretty popular ones. Meanwhile, Hulu, Disney. I have Hulu. I just got it a couple months ago. I borrowed my daughter's Disney, and I just got HBO Max. I don't have Amazon Prime, so if you want to leave your favorite platform in the comments, you can do that as well. Netflix still my ultimate favorite. But there's still a lot of information in here, so feel free to pause and go over the rest. For the second quarter, Netflix expects just 1 million new customers versus earlier expectations of 4.8 million. So it's still got some growth going on. This is stock that's still going to grow. It's been a powerhouse for the last year. This is just dated today. Dow snap 2-day fall. Netflix keeps NASDAQ in check. So again, it's been kind of a powerhouse stock on the NASDAQ, I would say. Again, that's just my opinion. And again, I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice. But the streaming service provided tumbled 7.1% as it reported slower subscriber growth in the first quarter after the pandemic boom. Shares of the mega cap firms, including Apple, Amazon, Facebook, and Tesla, fell between 0.3 and 1.8. And I guess I haven't pointed out Netflix is part of the FANG stock. Should have pointed that out earlier. I'm sure y'all know that. This kind of goes over some other financials about the Dow Jones. The points. Verizon Communications dropped 0.2, said it lost more wireless subscribers than expected during the first quarter. Shares of T-Mobile and AT&T were also lower. I have all three of these if you want exposure to 5G. Verizon's a good one. The stock price doesn't move that much. You get a dividend. T-Mobile has been a pretty good growth. They do not give a dividend, and AT&T, of course, we all know doesn't move much, and they give that fat, nice, juicy dividend that I am just told, and have some accounts set up on Drip, and some I just let the money drop into my account, and so I can buy some other stocks. So here's Reddit. Best original content, and they spend a ton of money on their content. Army of the Dead, I've heard about. Heard is a good one. Knives Out. Have not watched that yet. 20 days ago. Over here to StockTwits. Like I said, go ahead and leave your favorite show and Netflix, and that would be interesting to know as well. But it's had a pretty good run from $393.60, so that's at $200, just shy of $200. $243 billion market cap, and not a whole lot of volume on this one, but it does move, so pussyfooting around and get this to 500. $4 million today, already at 18 million, steady climb. Good afternoon. Want to make some badass returns? Check out HCMC. That's funny, I just covered that one. I think yesterday. But that's all that I can find on Netflix. I've always thought about doing a video, and like I said, I had a comment talking about doing a video on Netflix, so here it is, and you can see how I screwed it up and sold it, but should have kept it. But we are above 500 here at 511, so I don't know, I'm just going to call it out, give it a month or two. I'm sure it'll be back up to that 550 range. If it's not, don't leave me a bunch of hate in the comments, but this is a growth stock. But leave whatever comments you want, they're all welcome, so it's all a learning experience. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing. That would help out the channel, and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is J Money, Falling Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.